And there's something out there on Facebook that I'm seeing people post over and over again. First of all, let me tell you up front that since 2001, on 9/12, I've been reading something called history books. I know that a lot of people don't get into this, and I don't consider myself a great historian. However, I do consider myself an armchair historian, or a Monday morning quarterback historian. And some of you out there I've seen over and over again posting this stupidity that you're relating what Trump is doing to what Hitler did. You're saying, ooh, step 1, Hitler did this, and step 2, Hitler did that, and step 3, Hitler did that. And you're calling Donald Trump a fascist. First of all, when I read this idiocy, and I'm not calling you an idiot, what I'm saying is what you're posting is idiotic, then I read it and I go, what are you talking about? First and foremost, you clearly do not understand what fascism is. Okay? You don't know what it is. And I know this because during the Tea Party times, you people who are now posting about Hitler and how Donald Trump is like Hitler, you weren't posting anything then. Well, I'm sorry. You were posting how that the Tea Party was Hitlerian or fascist or Nazi-like. And the Tea Party never left litter behind. They never held up signs that showed pictures of Barack Obama being beheaded. You never saw them breaking windows. You never saw them burning stuff in the street. Okay, that's what fascists do. Now let's fast forward to Berkeley 2 nights ago, the University of California at Berkeley, and last night they squelched, they stopped, they prohibited free speech. They stopped Milo Yiannopoulos from giving a speech. They did not protest. They rioted. They burned things down, and they said, we will not allow him to speak here. Okay? That's what fascists do. Okay? Big surprise. That's what fascists do. Okay? Do you understand that? Probably not, because most of you who I see posting this BS have never cracked a history book. You know nothing, zero about fascism. Okay? If you look at it, if you go and look at the goals of fascism and diametrically look over to the other side and see what, let's make it real simple. Liberals, which are not liberals anymore, and I use that term, air fingers quote, liberals, they're not liberals. Liberal means that you are liberal, or liberty means that you are a person who believes that you should live life free from coercion. Okay? Free from coercion. In other words, independent. You should be able to express your opinions, live your life, do what you want to do, as long as it doesn't violate someone else's rights. Okay? Now, if you look at what quote unquote liberals did at the University of Berkeley, you will notice that was not letting a person come on campus and actually speak. They stopped him from speaking by rioting. And I shouldn't have to define riot, but riot is when you take to the streets, you burn things. They actually chased people down and beat them. Okay? Do you have Google? If you're out there posting this stuff and you're saying that Donald Trump is Hitler and he's a fascist, do you actually have a computer? I mean, you're posting on Facebook. I mean, do you actually have Google? I mean, you can actually go in there and type in something, hey, what's fascism? And you can actually type that in and you can read what it is. But apparently you're not doing that. Because, well, you might be doing that, and you may be discovering that it is the things that your people are voting, or that your people are believing in. Your Hillary voters, your Bernie Sanders voters. These are the people who are fascist. And all you've got to do is go look at it. I'm a conservative. Or a libertarian. I'm a conservatarian. I believe that you are free. If you are a liberal, or you're a progressive, or you're a socialist, or, pardon me, but some of you sound a lot like communist, then you're not for that. You are not for that. You are for gun control. Hitler was for gun control. Yeah, I know. A lot of you might be surprised by that, but that's what he was for. He was for central planning. He was for government control, and that is exactly what liberals, quote unquote, are for. That's what you're for. And it was so demonstrated the other night in the Berkeley riots. All you gotta do is go out, Google it, and look for it, and you can see it. Okay? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing, zero wrong with protecting your country. I mean, you do lock your door at night, right? Right? I mean, you do that, liberal person. I mean, if you do lock your door at night, does that make you a fascist? I mean, is it fascism for Donald Trump to want to guard our borders and protect our country? Right? I mean, so therefore, then if I lock my door at night, then does that make me a fascist? If I'm simply trying to protect those I love, the things I possess, does that make me a fascist? There's nothing wrong with that. But yet you people apparently think there's something horrible wrong with protecting us from seven countries that have terrorist leanings. They harbor people with radical Islamic views. Apparently that's a big problem with you. Now, strangely, it wasn't a problem with you when Barack Obama was president, because he had a similar ban on the same countries. Yeah, it's called Google again. Just go out there and Google it. All right? So I don't get it. I don't know what the deal. Well, wait a second. I mean, I'm being facetious. I do get it. And that is that you are a big fan of liberals. That's it. That really is all it is. I mean, I was okay with Obama banning or looking deeper into the refugees that we take from these countries. I was all for that. You never heard me. You never saw me post on Facebook anything about me being against the banning or the thorough vetting of people from these countries. And that's all that Donald Trump is doing. He may be inching it up a bit, making it a little more detailed, or codifying it by putting out an executive order related to it. But he's not doing anything different than Barack Obama. Nothing. But you liberals are so reactionary. You're so much like the type of people that jump to conclusions that you're going out and you're protesting. You're holding up signs. In fact, I saw it written on a pillar. I believe it was in either Berkeley or Seattle, where someone had written on there, "Kill Trump! Kill Trump!" Did you ever see a member of the Tea Party write anything anywhere about kill Obama? Did you ever see that? No, you didn't. And if you did, if there was someone who walked into a Tea Party with a sign, with a KKK sign or something like that, what you did see was you saw members of that group tell that person to get lost. But no, not in Berkeley last night. They were, or not last night, but the night before last. I mean, they were breaking ATM machines. They were burning things. They were shooting fireworks into it looked like an Amazon, I don't know where that was, but they looked like it was an Amazon sign up on one of the doors. A female protester, riot instigator, early in the day was saying about, we will do whatever it takes to get Donald Trump out of the White House. Whatever it takes. I don't know about you, but whatever encompasses a lot of things for me. So anyway, my point is, and I should have wrapped it up quicker than this, is that liberals, the liberal ideology, there's probably a lot of liberals out there who aren't literally fascistic, but liberalism in its modern or postmodern form is more fascistic than Donald Trump or conservatism or libertarianism has ever been or will ever be. All you need to do is just crack a history book, actually read what Hitler said. I mean, and you can take things out of context, and that is what you've got to do. You liberals, you progressives, you've got to take things out of context. You must take them out of context to make your point. Okay? You have to do that. Here, and I'll give you a perfect example. Hitler was anti-smoking. So does that make him a liberal? Does that, seriously? Really? All right? Okay? Hitler loved animals. So does that make him a member of PETA or PETA, however you want to say it? Absolutely not. Okay? Hitler was for kicking out the Jews or killing them. Right? So does that automatically... Now, we know what Hitler wanted to do to the Jews. He wanted to destroy them. He wanted to annihilate them. Okay? Is that what I want to do? Is that what Trump wants to do? Is that what my fellow conservatives and libertarians want to do? No. We just want strong borders. That's all we want. We just want our borders protected. So how does that make us racist? And I saw somebody the other day, and I'll wrap it up with this. I saw somebody the other day commenting on the Washington Post, and the guy was on there talking, and I apologize, but it just seemed like to me that he was talking in this, he was typing in this tone of voice. It was like, oh my gosh, we're building walls just like in Berlin. How stupid can you be? Seriously. I mean, the guy obviously knows nothing about history. Because the wall that was built by the Soviet Union, the USSR, was a wall built to keep people inside of a socialist communist tyranny. Okay? To keep them inside, not out. Okay? The wall was built to keep them in. Why? Because they wanted to escape. Okay? The wall on the border that Donald Trump is talking about, that I'm talking about, that conservatives and libertarians and free people and liberty-loving people have been talking about, is a border to keep people out. Okay? Just like the lock that you put on your door every night. Okay? Make America great again.